The friend who was always their yellow heart. In a small town surrounded by green fields and quiet streets, there lived two best friends, Ali and Hamza. They did everything together, walking to school, playing cricket, and sharing their lunch every day. One morning, Hamza noticed that Ali was unusually quiet. His smile was gone, and he seemed worried. "Is everything okay?" Hamza asked gently. Ali hesitated but then said, "I forgot to do my homework, and my father is sick, so I couldn't focus last night." Hamza thought for a moment. He knew the teacher would be strict, but he also knew his friend needed help. Instead of ignoring the situation, Hamza said, "Don't worry. I'll help you before class starts." They sat together under a tree in the schoolyard. Hamza explained each question patiently, helping Ali understand instead of just giving answers. Ali worked hard, and slowly, his confidence returned. When the bell rang, Ali smiled again. "Thank you, Hamza. You didn't just help me, you made me feel better." Days passed, and soon it was Hamza who needed help. He had missed a few lessons due to a family trip and was struggling to catch up. This time, without hesitation, Ali stayed after school to help him understand everything. Their kindness didn't stop there. Other students began to notice how they supported each other. Soon, their small acts of kindness spread across the classroom. Friends started helping friends, sharing notes, and encouraging one another. By the end of the year, their class wasn't just known for good grades, but for strong friendships and caring hearts. One day, their teacher said, "Success is not just about what you achieve alone, but how you lift others along the way." Ali and Hamza looked at each other and smiled. They knew that true friendship wasn't just about fun, it was about being there when it mattered most. Glowing star moral of the story. Kindness between friends creates stronger bonds and makes life easier for everyone. The days after that moment under the tree changed something between Ali and Hamza. Their friendship grew deeper, not just because they laughed together, but because they understood each other. One afternoon, as school ended, Hamza noticed Ali packing his bag slowly again. "Are you okay today?" Hamza asked. Ali sighed, "My father is still unwell, and I have to help at home after school. I don't think I'll be able to prepare for the test tomorrow." Hamza didn't think twice. "Then I'll come with you," he said. Ali looked surprised. "But your house is far, and you'll get late." "That's okay," Hamza replied with a smile. Friends don't count the distance. After school, Hamza walked with Ali all the way to his house. It was a small home, and Ali had many responsibilities, fetching water, buying medicine, and helping his younger sister with her studies. Without being asked, Hamza joined in. He helped Ali finish his chores faster. Then, they both sat together on the floor with their books open. Hamza patiently explained the lessons again, making sure Ali truly understood. He even made small notes for him to revise later. Hours passed, but Hamza didn't complain once. As the sun began to set, Ali's mother came into the room. She smiled warmly and said, "Hamza, you are not just a friend, you are like family." Hamza felt shy but happy. "Auntie, Ali would do the same for me." That night, Ali felt more confident than ever before. For the first time in days, he wasn't worried. He knew someone believed in him. The next day at school, something unexpected happened. During the test, Ali remained calm. Every question felt familiar because of the hard work he and Hamza had done together. After the test, Ali turned to Hamza with a bright smile. "I did it," he whispered. Hamza grinned, "I knew you would." But the story didn't end there. Later that week, their teacher announced a group project. Students quickly formed groups, but some quieter classmates were left alone, feeling unsure and left out. Ali looked at Hamza and said, "Remember how you helped me?" Hamza nodded. Ali smiled, "Let's help them too." They invited those students into their group, patiently including everyone, sharing ideas, and encouraging them to speak up. Slowly, those students gained confidence. Their group didn't just complete the project, they created something amazing together. When the results were announced, their group received the highest praise, not only for their work but for their teamwork. The teacher said proudly, "This group showed true kindness and leadership." Ali and Hamza didn't feel proud because they won, they felt happy because they made others feel valued. As they walked home that day, Ali said softly, "You helped me when I needed it most, I just wanted to do the same for others." Hamza smiled and replied, "That's how kindness grows." As the school year moved toward its final months, something special had begun to grow, not just between Ali and Hamza, but throughout their entire class. What started as a simple act of helping a friend had turned into a chain of kindness that seemed to reach everyone. One morning, their teacher walked into class with an announcement. "Next week, we will have our final exams. I want each of you to prepare well, but more importantly, support each other." The room felt quiet. Exams always brought stress, and many students looked nervous. That afternoon, Hamza had an idea. "Ali," he said excitedly, "why don't we create a small study group after school? We can help everyone prepare together." Ali's face lit up. "Yes, that way no one feels left behind." The next day, they invited their classmates to stay after school. At first, only a few students joined. Some were shy, others unsure. But Ali and Hamza welcomed everyone warmly. They divided subjects among themselves. One student explained math problems, another helped with science, while Ali and Hamza moved around, making sure everyone understood. Day by day, more students joined. What once was a quiet classroom after school became full of energy, students asking questions, helping each other, and even laughing together while learning. One evening, a boy named Bilal, who had always struggled in class, stayed behind after everyone left. He said quietly, "No one ever helped me like this before, I used to think I wasn't smart enough." Ali placed a hand on his shoulder. "You are smart. You just needed someone to believe in you." Hamza added, "And now you have all of us." Bilal smiled, a smile full of hope. The day of the exams finally arrived. Instead of fear, there was confidence in the classroom. Students encouraged each other, saying, "You can do it." And, "Don't worry." When the results were announced a week later, something incredible happened. Almost every student had improved. Even those who once struggled had passed with good marks. The teacher looked proudly at the class and said, "This is not just success, this is the power of kindness and teamwork." But the biggest surprise came during the school assembly. The principal called Ali and Hamza to the stage. "These two students reminded us what true friendship and leadership look like," he said. "They didn't just succeed, they helped others succeed." The entire school clapped loudly. Ali felt nervous but happy. Hamza whispered, "We did this together." Ali smiled, "No, everyone did." After the assembly, their classmates gathered around them, not just as friends, but as a united group. From that day on, their class became known as the most supportive and kind-hearted class in the school. Years later, even when they grew older and went their separate ways, Ali and Hamza never forgot those days. Because they had learned something far more important than lessons in books. They had learned that true friendship is not just about standing together in happy times, but lifting each other in difficult moments, and spreading kindness wherever you go.